Hi, I just wanted to do this quick video for those of you out there who are really struggling with their anxiety right now. Maybe you've tried lots of different techniques and tools to try and keep your anxiety under control, but you just feel like you're not winning. And sometimes it's just a case of it that you're going about things the wrong way. So your anxiety is hardwired into you. We need an anxiety response. If you were to step off the curb and a car nearly hit you, you want that fight or flight to jump back and get out of the way. However, you don't want that when you're sat at home relatively comfortable and safe. Now, some of you may have tried various therapies, hypnotherapy and CBT and counselling and a variation of drugs. And they may have offered you light relief. In some cases, they haven't worked at all. Or with a lot of my clients, they actually find that their anxiety gets worse. And the problem is this, they're not dealing with the issue. See, your anxiety right now is like your smoke alarm in your house. Every time you boil the kettle, the smoke alarm keeps going off. And what we want to do is desensitize that smoke alarm so it goes off when there's a fire. So you're getting lots of false alarms right now, and the chemical notions that have been released in your brain are getting you to risk assess and run the constant what ifs and I thinks. So what we have to do is retrain your fear response, and we don't leave that to chance. That has to be done through structure, through repetition, so our brain learns how to respond differently to fear. So one of the things that you could do right away is think about situations in life that make you feel slightly anxious or even very anxious. Because what I want to do is start to give your brain a number of little wins. So have a little think now about a scenario or a place that makes you feel quite uncomfortable. Now, the other week I was working with a client who had a panic attack in a supermarket. And the thought now of going back to the supermarket was just a massive problem to them. Their unconscious mind had kind of forgotten the thousands of times before that they've been to the supermarket. It's just like, no, that place is dangerous, I can't go there. So that you're avoiding the fear of the fear. You know that scares you, so you avoid it. But the problem is this, avoidance feeds your anxiety. So we have to tread this fine line between retraining your anxiety response, desensitizing the fear, but also not pushing yourself that far that you end up feeling awful and maybe having another panic attack. So using the scenario of somebody that's afraid to go to the supermarket, we'd start off small, because I want to give your brain lots of little wins. Remember this, give your brain lots of little wins and your anxiety will start to diminish, but you've got to be prepared to work at it. So for starters, you maybe walk down to your local shop, get a loaf of bread, some milk, come away. You might feel anxious. This is not about you not feeling anxiety. This is about feeling some anxiety and doing it and coming away. The ultimate aim is, the supermarket is absolutely terrifying. The ultimate aim is to do this, get you to go into the supermarket, go to the nearest shelf, grab the nearest thing that you need, quickly go up to one of those checkout, self-checkouts, scan it, beep, out the door within a matter of minutes. And what you've done is you've taken yourself into a scenario which initially terrified you. But what you've done is you've dipped in and you've very quickly dipped out. See, when you ride on the edge of your anxiety and you manage to control it, you're sending a very strong message to the brain that all is good and all is well. And there's little things you can kind of do during these dip in and dip outs of scenarios to help yourself keep calm. You can do breathing techniques. 4-7-8 is fantastic. Breathe in for the count of 4, hold for the count of 7, exhale for the count of 8. So you could be running this breathing technique on the run up to you doing the event itself, and then as you come away. So your anxiety starts to spike. And when I work with anxiety, I work on a scale of 1 to 10. If it's climbing up to a 7, what I want you to do is go into the situation just very quickly for a few moments, breathe, bring it down maybe just to a 6 or a 5, and then come away from that situation having given the brain a win. And next time you do that, it will get easier. And this is what I want to get across to you. Giving your brain lots of little wins will help you recover from anxiety quickly. And the more you do this, the better. So maybe you have a problem with confined spaces like going into a coffee shop. So yours would be, I'm going to go into a coffee shop, but I'm not going to order a hot drink because it's going to be too hot. I can't drink it quickly. I'm going to order a cold drink. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take a few sips of it. Maybe it's a bottle you can take away. Use the 4-7-8 breathing technique and come away from that scenario. So you've gone in feeling anxious. You've managed to keep yourself in there for a few moments, and then you've come away from the scenario, giving the brain a win. So this is just one tip of many that I'm able to give you. Give your brain little wins. So maybe have a little think now about scenarios and situations in life that make you feel anxious, and put a strategy together of how you could dip into that scenario, very short period of time, use the breathing technique and come away from it having reduced your anxiety, and give that brain a win, and your anxiety will start to diminish. If you found this useful, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be putting up lots more of anxiety advice and tips and life hacks on how to keep yourself calm. And if you've got any questions, just drop me a message and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Thanks very much for watching.